Hello everybody, I hope you are having a wonderful day. As you can see by the title, we have a lot that I'm going to attempt to talk about today. As you know, I do tend to get a little chatty with you guys in the comments since this is a live stream, so sorry in advance if that happens, but there's so much to talk about. So first off, as I promised on Monday, we're going to be talking about the Erin Condren Hispanic and Latinx Heritage Month collection and the artists that they partnered with for that collection. And then we're also, if we have time, going to go over some other Erin Condren new releases. Specifically, they had some fall new releases, as well as some desk organization releases, which I'm really excited about. But if we don't get to that today, then we will get to that Monday. By the way, if you are here live, please sound off in the chat if you haven't already. That way I can give you a shout out. And if you are new here, my name is Tef. I'm a Planneretic sticker designer and cat mama to Coco and Opal. This is a Coco tail here. Hello. She always wants attention right as the stream starts. Never, well, maybe not never fails, but she's pretty good at figuring out when the stream is starting. And she's like, no, I don't want my face on stream. We just want the tail on stream, and I want attention. So looks like we have Sharon here. Hello. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I love that you love the tail passing through the frame. Always fun when you have cats floating around here. So let's just jump into it. Let me know at any point if you have any comments, all that good stuff. Oh, actually, as I change my screen, I just have a couple of really quick Erin Condren announcement things that I'm just going to really quickly go over right at the beginning, not spend a ton of time. But I wanted to let you guys know that Erin Condren is doing a Labor Day sale right now. If you're outside the US, Monday, which is in a few days, it would be September 4th, September 5th, something like that. The first Monday in September, basically, in the US is Labor Day. So they are having their Labor Day sale, buy one, get one on Snap-in items. So that would be covers, bookmarks, dashboards, sticky notes, all that good stuff. So that's the first thing I wanted to let you guys know. I do have a link in the description box down below, as well as a bunch of other links for the other big things we're going to be talking about today. And then also, if you have not snatched up your fall seasonal surprise box yet, there is still time to do that. I can't show you everything that's in mine yet, but they did send me one for PR, and hopefully, well, I know I will be able to show you the entire content soon, but I can tell you it's a good one. So at least I like it. So definitely go ahead and get that if that's something you're interested in and haven't already gotten. As far as I remember, all the items in this one are exclusive. They might have variations coming out at a later date, but they will not have the exact same things in the fall 2022 seasonal surprise shop available on the Erin Condren website. So just keep that in mind. And so let's go ahead and get into the actual thing that we're talking about today, which is the Hispanic and Latinx Heritage Month collection. So this did come out a week or two ago, but between me not streaming for a week and then not yesterday, on Monday, we were chatting a lot about, I forget what it was. Was it the seasonal surprise box? Was it something else? I think it was the seasonal surprise box. Anyway, we just haven't gotten to it yet, and I definitely want to cover this. So, as you can see, there's a beautiful collection on the screen. This is Erin Condren's second annual Hispanics and Latinx Heritage Month collection, and 35% of the net proceeds will be donated to the National Hispanic Institute through October 25th, 2022. So all in all, because it was released a week or two ago, it's approximately 2 months that is being donated to the National Hispanic Institute. But as of streaming right now, it's about a month and a half. And then they did collaborate with 2 artists who we will look at in just a second. And it will be supporting them for an entire year. And I actually did go ahead and pull the Instagrams Seriously? Oh, I thought Opal turned on my printer. Sometimes it makes noise. Anyway, they're not, oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Opie, not cool. Not cool. She unplugged things. Okay. Nope. Bad Opie. Okay, and of course my webcam is not working. Try this again. Maybe? Yay! Okay. Okay, we are back. Opie, you're a bad cat, but you're cute, so you get away with it. You can have a spring. It's going to be a pink one. Pink spring. Matching my shirt. It blends. Okay. So, I was trying to say is that Michelle and Nicole's Instagrams are not specifically linked on the Erin Condren website as far as I can tell, but I did look them up, and they are linked in the description box down below if you would like to specifically check them out. I will tell you right now, I'm going to butcher their names. I'm doing my best. I swear. We have Michelle Munoz. Sorry. Oh, and now YouTube says it's not getting a lot of data. Hopefully it decides that it likes me in just a sec. Anyway, hopefully you can at least hear me, because right now I'm not doing anything super engaging on the screen besides reading it. And then we have Nicole Medina. I hope that you are at least getting, I hope it, not you, I hope I am getting somewhat close to how it is actually pronounced. Oh, and you guys are saying the connection seems perfect, so YouTube's apparently just being annoying. I mean, honestly, I'd rather if the connection is great and YouTube's just being annoying. So much better from, like, than YouTube says it's great and it's not. Oh, Caramel Cookie, first off, I forgot to shout you out. Hello. Second, thank you. I'm glad I got the pronunciation halfway decent. I took Japanese in high school, and because I didn't take Spanish like a lot of people in the US do, I took Japanese. I always tend to default to the Japanese pronunciation of things, and so whenever I'm trying to figure out how, specifically a Romance language word is pronounced, it's often kind of a guess. Because, like, as the second language, that's the one in my head. Well, unless you count, like, 𝗬𝗲𝘅, the, like, Zoom language from, like, years and years ago, if you guys were ever, like, PBS kids. Anyway, but yeah, I know a little bit of Japanese. I know how to count to, like, 49 and say hello and goodbye and please and thank you in Spanish, and that's about it. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. So now that hopefully I've worked out all of my technical issues, though I'm sure the technical issues could still happen. This might just be a wonderful technical issue Thursday. Let's go ahead and get back to these artists. So we have Michelle Munoz. Watch, I'm going to pronounce it entirely different every time. I swear, I'm trying. So she is a freelance illustrator designer based in Southern California. She enjoys creating uplifting art and inspired by her heritage and background while bringing happiness to others. And then we also have Nicole Medina. She's a first-generation Latina illustrator based in Philadelphia. She uses bold colors and detailed patterns to create eye-catching illustrations. And she likes creating surreal imagery that tells a story and has a sense of adventure. So I wasn't going to spend too much time going over their Instagrams initially in this stream, well, actually, here's the story. I was, and then I restarted my computer, and I'm like, no, I won't do that after all. And now I'm like, the links are in the description. It is not hard for me to do that. And they both have some absolutely amazing, amazing artwork on their Instagrams. I decided to link their Instagram specifically because it is a very accessible way to just like get a really quick idea of what their artwork looks like and, you know, what their feed is. But then they also have links to their websites and shops, if applicable, from their Instagrams. So I figured that would just be the easiest. But oh my goodness, look at all of this bright color from Michelle. So pretty, so pretty. Woo! I love this one. And also this one. And that one. I just like all of them. Just, I like all of her stuff. That's, it's just all of the stuff. I like all of the stuff. And then let's go ahead and take a look at Nicole's stuff real fast. Again, I don't want to spend too much time here because we do have a ton going on today, but I do want to give these artists their time in the spotlight. So this is Nicole's, and so we have a kind of a juxtaposition of some really like brighter colors with some more muted colors. You have the light and the dark. I really like that in her work, as well as the geometry that we're seeing. And I like that she has like a very, I mean, I was going to say unique style, and that's not quite what I'm saying. Not that she doesn't have a unique style per se, but I feel like her style kind of shifts a little bit between a lot of her pieces. And I like that. It gives some variability to her Instagram. Opie, down. All right, another spring. Green mangled spring today. Oh, nope, it didn't go anywhere. Thanks, spring. Actually being thrown. Yay! And hello, Leah. I hope you're having a good one. Thank you for saying that my connection is good. I'm glad to hear it. Let me know if it gets bad, guys. I mean, there might be only so much I can do, but whatever. So that is, I love that. That's so cool. Okay, so there we have our two artists' Instagrams. As I said, I do have them linked in the description, so you can definitely check them out. And then on the Erin Condren website, we shall take a look at the 4 designs as well. So here is the first one. I clicked off of it so it wouldn't like hover, but then I'm like, oh, I actually want to see who it was. So this is Michelle, and so it looks like it's probably Michelle Nicole. Yeah, okay, great. So now I can tell whose is whose. Okay, so this is Michelle's first design. You can get it on a life planner, either the compact or either the A5 or 7x9. You can get it on a notebook. Opie, please stop it. She's like, okay, maybe not this close to going to jail, but like this close to going to jail. She's bugging me. You're being a bug. They choose right when I start streaming to start bugging me. I've been around all day. They choose now. At least Coco was more cute and like in my face than destructive. Opie was like trying to push things off the desk and she disconnected cords. Anyway. With this design, I absolutely love the symmetry and the juxtaposition of the light and the dark colors. It really makes those colors pop and then just look gorgeous. And I also just kind of want to show you with this one specifically, just a little bit of changes that happen between the A5 and the 7x9 because they are slightly different aspect ratios. So the 7x9 is going to be a little bit wider than the A5. Oh, I just realized that you can tell whose is whose because they have their name there. See, that would be like the smart thing to do. And because I'm zoomed in, the website doesn't want to behave. So yes, I am absolutely sure there is, like, I feel like these sorts of patterns are things that I have seen in, like, around, or when I'm seeing different patterns. And I have been to Mexico a couple times. Now, granted, it was on a cruise, and I stayed in the very touristy parts of Mexico, so I'm not going to pretend like I actually know much of the history. It's mostly near the cruise ports, and it was like very touristy. We have an inside family joke. I hate whales. Basically, we were being hounded by these guys on the pier, and one of the guys, my mom was getting like annoyed that day. And so one of the guys was like, you want to go watch whale watching? And my mom's like, I hate whales. And so we like walked 10 or 20 feet away, and we both just start laughing. It's like, I hate whales. So anyway, that's one of those things, like, you know, those inside family jokes where all you have to do is like say the thing and like everyone starts laughing. Yeah, that's one of those for us. But yes, my point is that this does seem very traditional Mexican, but I do not have much of a background to be able to tell if and what any specific significance is, or to really know too much about it, because that is not something I have educated myself on, and I will fully admit it. But just from a graphical standpoint, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to say that about like everything. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And I also really like the little flowers in the corners here. I think that's such a cute touch. And the way she used the beige around the edges, it's not necessarily something I would think to do if I was trying to design something that was kind of this-esque in some ways. But I think that looks really cool, and I feel like a planner sitting on the table, having that border on it, like, it's just going to make it stand out, I guess, whatever background it's on when you see your planner on the table. Maybe that sounds kind of weird, but like, when you're looking at planner covers, there's like, is this a beautiful planner cover? And then there's like, does this planner cover like stand out when the planner's just sitting there? I don't know. Maybe that's a me thing. Here is the next one. We definitely have all of the bright colors here. I think these are parrots. Please correct me if I'm wrong with this one. I really like that the colors are very summery. I know I have mentioned several times that I typically am not the person who is attracted to summer colors. So that is in some ways ironic. But this collection came out kind of towards the end of summer and is kind of being promoted through the fall. And I like that, even though, in my opinion, a lot of the colors kind of read summery and tropical and things like that, that Nicole didn't shy away from that, because this is an absolutely gorgeous pattern. And I love the way she has put all of the wings with the different colors and the feathers together, and in a way that makes the wings, like when you're not looking specifically at this bird, it almost makes all of the wings look like flowers. And I think some of them specifically, like that might actually be a flower, or it could be a wing. But she's just done it in such a seamless way that I think is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. And the colors that were chosen also go very well with the standard Erin Condren colors. You could also get this in one of the neutral color schemes. So, you know, you could end up with neutral tabs, but I think they go very well with the colorful tabs that Erin Condren has on their colorful theme planners, while not being the exact same colors. They coordinate very well. My guess is that that was at least somewhat intentional, but I wanted to point it out anyway. Next, we have another fairly symmetrical design. We can definitely see a difference in style between Michelle and Nicole. This one is just symmetrical, like mirror, like this way, instead of both this way and that way, if that makes sense. But I absolutely do love butterflies, so that definitely draws me into this. And I love her use of the yellow and the purple, which are contrasting colors, so it just makes everything completely pop. And the orange with the gold, I can't tell if that's metallic. Yes, it is metallic. I think a lot of times they're metallic when you have these sorts of things. Like the Erin Condren Gives Back collection. So I absolutely love the way she has used the different shades of orange along with the metallic gold. I know I said yellow just a second ago, gold, yellow. In a lot of ways, they're kind of the same family, even though gold is sparkly and yellow typically isn't, and that's like big difference. But I still count gold and purple as contrasting colors for the purpose of that particular statement. And it's interesting because, as I've mentioned, I think I've mentioned before, I'm usually not a huge fan of yellows and oranges, but I think this was done very well in this particular case, and this is a situation where I don't mind it. I also have mentioned in the past, I don't know how recently, that I personally do not usually like the combination of blue and orange. It's one of those things, I feel like some people love that combo. They are contrasting colors, and some people just don't and think they clash, and I am usually in that category. But in this particular case, maybe because they are both used more as accent colors, and the orange, apart from being in the butterfly itself, is used a lot more sparingly than the blue in the florals and the different graphical designs around the edges. I think this works really well, and I feel like it serves to highlight the design and the butterfly and the florals very nicely. And it looks like we also have a couple of pink elements here and there, but not too much. Just gorgeous. I love those like really dark, deep purples like this one. For the longest time, I would say my favorite color is purple. It probably still is. But a lot of times when people like say, oh, that, think of the color purple, they think of like a really bright purple. I usually, when I think of the purples that I like, either think of like the dark purples or the lighter ones, lavender, or maybe a little darker than lavender, that sort of thing. And I usually don't like my purples super bright, more of like your jewel tone purple, I guess. So this purple is like right up my alley. So, so, so pretty. So gorgeous. And the last one we have, I commented on this one the other day, but I just think this is so cool by Nicole. It is a notebook cover. Oh my goodness, that's so fun. She has the bird back in here, and it is definitely like very her style. It looks like we have our holographic foil on this cover. And it definitely reads like early 2000s vibes, which I know is like very in right now. From like with a modern twist. But yeah, I feel like this feels very like retro, but it almost feels like the early 2000s take on the 70s because I think of these flowers. Does anyone else get that vibe? But even honestly, like having like a notebook cover for a planner like this, I think is absolutely genius because I really love that classic, notebook cover type thing, which this is based off of. But I personally don't tend to really like notebooks that are not spiral bound in most cases. Sometimes I will make an exception, but for the most part, I prefer spiral bound notebooks so that they can fold back on each other. For me, they're easier to write on in different places, and I just tend to be very picky about my notebooks. That is something that, I've thought of for a really long time. So having something like this, like maybe after the year the collaboration is over, Erin Condren can like release a whole like selection of interchangeable covers that look like notebook covers. That would be so cool as part of a back to school collection, I think, and would just like, especially people that don't have an excuse to buy those like notebooks anymore for school, would give us like a really great opportunity to like have that feeling of having the notebook, but have the Erin Condren stuff as part of it. You know, the really nice paper, the spiral, the Erin Condren flare, things like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just going off about everything, but I just think that is so fun with all the patches and the color, and it just is really pretty, in my opinion. I just realized that she has little scalloped edges on the bottom of the hand, like sticker patch thing there. That's so cool. So cool. And 𝗚𝗏𝘁, sorry, it took me a minute, but welcome from cold Southern California. Now, how sarcastic are we being when we say cold Southern California? Is it legitimately cold there today? Or like, is it like sarcasm up to like 300%? It is actually very hot here in Portland today, in case anybody's knows, but my AC is like broken, but like in the other direction now. Previously it was like broken, but like it didn't really work, which wasn't as big of a deal because my apartment's half underground, and I'm like, okay, it's better than like being in the attic or whatever. Now I like share an AC system with my upstairs neighbor, and our damper is broken. But we got, I guess, something else in the AC that was broken fixed that I don't even know was broken. I thought it was just the damper. Anyway, so the damper is like, it's like one system, and then the damper says like where it's going. Is it going to their place or is it going to my place, right? So anyway, when they got that fixed, it like, I guess wasn't working up there, period. I thought I just liked things colder than the upstairs neighbor, but no, apparently not. So it is currently, or at least last time I checked, like 69 down here, Fahrenheit. It is like 89 outside. I legitimately do not have my AC on. This is all from the upstairs neighbor, and it's just like coming down to me. I'm not complaining. Do not get me wrong. Not complaining. It's not going to be great for the electric bill, but other than that, not complaining. For the most part, I do try to not put on my stuff too much because I like the temperature significantly different than my upstairs neighbor. And the way the damper's broken, like they actually get a lot more of like my air or my heat than I do. So I try not to use it unless I have to, because I don't want to like, you know, heat up their place too much in the winter. Luckily we all get along, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so I like actually put on pants today because I was like cold enough to put on pants. They're like leggings, but still, it's like, I have to say, I like the feeling of wearing pants all the way down my legs more than shorts if you take like the heat equation out of it. So I was very excited. Plus, most of my shorts are a little dirty right now and need to be washed. Like, not so much that I can't wear them, but enough that like, if I've just been too lazy to do longer. Let's stop talking about Tef's laziness. And anyway, so, 𝗚𝗏𝘁, you're very right. It does not have a peace symbol or say hang 10 or groovy on it. So it is not that, not that 70s in, it's supposed to be 95 Fahrenheit in Southern California this weekend. I was gonna say I don't envy you, and then like let me check what it's supposed to be here this weekend, because we do have an air quality alert, which is absolutely lovely. Okay, it's only supposed to be 80, 85 this weekend. That's pretty good. So yeah, not too warm here. I think we have gone over the 4 designs. I have to say, as far as my personal picks for what I would buy, I love, for the most part, I love Michelle's style a little bit more than Nicole's, but I absolutely love this one from Nicole. This one is pretty. It's, as I mentioned, not really my colors, not as much my style, but I just think it's really pretty from like an artistic point of view. So, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love this collection. And as I mentioned earlier, they do have this collection available in several different items. So you have covers on the life planners, both the 7x9 and the A5. You also have notebooks if you don't need another planner, or you can just get interchangeable covers. And then they also have it on tote bags. And that's typically what they do for these EC Gives Back collections. If you want to check this out yourself, I do have a link in the description box down below. And it's possible that these might count towards the BOGO deal for Labor Day for the snap-in accessories. Don't quote me on that, but we could go look there because that would be kind of interesting and a great way to pick a couple of these up, or maybe pick one of these up and something else, since they are absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. And just to remind you, these are the two artists. We have Michelle and Nicole, and 35% of net proceeds from this collection will go to the National Hispanic Institute through October 15th, 2022. And then this collection will continue to support both the artists Michelle and Nicole through, or for an entire year from when the collection was launched. And if you want to check out their work specifically, I'll remind you again, I have their Instagrams listed down below, and their Instagrams have not only a bunch of the artwork, but they also have links to like their website and stuff like that, if that's something you're interested in. But if you just want to drool at their art, check out Instagram. So let's go ahead and take a look to see if these designs are included in the BOGO sale. And if you guys have any notes about, you know, that collection, feel free to put it in the chat now. The BOGO sale, by the way, is buy one, get one. Snap-in accessories. This is for Labor Day weekend, even though it's Thursday and Labor Day is not until Saturday. You know how these things go. Labor Day just like expands and expands and expands. Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious because I'm pretty sure they said covers were involved. Yeah, here we go. Here are some covers. So we definitely have some 𝗬𝘗𝑉 covers. I will throw this out again. If anybody outside of the US really wants to buy 𝗬𝘗𝑉 stuff from Erin Condren, message me if you want someone in the US you might be able to partner with, since they will not ship overseas. And then we're also seeing some of the fall stuff. We will kind of get to that in a second. But yeah, it actually looks like maybe the interchangeable covers are not part of it, or it's possible that all the interchangeable covers are part of it, but they just did not list them here. But you know, I just realized there's a very easy way to double check this. So all I have to do is add 2 of these to my cart, and we can see. So honestly, I'll just put 2 in here because it doesn't especially matter what 2 it is. I just want to put 2 in my cart so that I can see if they are included in the BOGO. Yes, they are. Awesome. And Sharon has confirmed that it actually does work for the BOGO. So even if they aren't on the sale page, it does apply. And it looks like the buy 4 or more accessories, save 15% also stacks with the BOGO, which is very cool. So this could be a great opportunity if you have been looking for some snap-in accessories to pick some up, especially because you can go ahead and stack them. So much going on here. Yeah, anyway, I don't actually need these on my cart because I don't need to spend more money, but oh, this isn't actually my cart. Anyway, so let me go back real fast and go through the chat before we kind of get to our next thing, which is going to go over some of the new stuff. So Sharon, it looks like I could just open, could open her door and provide you with some cooler air. I mean, I'm not sure how cool it would be once it reached you, but we could try. Sharon, we're going to look at the flannel covers in just a minute. Ackman, you're saying not worth the purchase for you on this sale, rather have everything on sale. That's fair. My thought is, if what you're looking for cover-wise anyway, or if you're like looking for the snap-in accessories anyway, this is a great way to stack discounts on those options. And you might even be able to stack a 40%, not a 40%, a 20% off from the life planner purchase with this. I don't know. Sharon, did you maybe try that? Can you confirm whether that works or not? That's fair. Ackman, you'd rather have the rain. I will happily give you some rain as soon as it starts raining in Portland, because we have 3 seasons: July, August, September, October, and rain. Okay, Sharon, you didn't try the 20%, so we cannot confirm if that works. Worth a shot. I mean, Sharon, I guess you could always try to cancel your order and try it, but that might cause some logistical problems. So let's go ahead and go to what I wanted to talk about next. And that is looking at the stuff that is new. So you can kind of see a little preview there. There are a couple things There are a couple things I want to say before I get into all of this. First off, I've known about the new designs for a few days now because I am an Erin Condren affiliate, and they sent the September like affiliate newsletter a couple of days in advance. And oh man, they're gorgeous and I want them. They're pretty. But actually, I'll wait until we get to that portion to like tell you the other thing. So we have a few new cover designs for fall. So they have them in all of the things. So you have your life planners, monthly planners, notebook, you know, all interchangeable covers. We just confirmed that even though it does not specifically say BOGO sale on it, this counts. You can also get these patterns in notepads or personalized stationery or the sticker sheet. And then they also have gift labels, which are glorious. I personally, I don't know, for me, I don't usually use gift labels unless it's Christmas gift labels, and I always get the Christmas ones for that, but that's probably not a thing that everybody does. My family's also the ones that, like, if we don't have actual gift labels, we'll just like cut a little rectangle of like wrapping paper and like fold it in half and tape it to the front with like the name and make like a little card label for the front. So the fact that I like actually buy gift labels is like, I spent money on it. I don't know. It's not something that I typically think about. That, like, for me, that's like a luxury. That's like when I'm wrapping presents for people, like, I don't know. Usually I'm not in a situation, unless it's Christmas, where I need to say who the present's for, because if it's like someone's birthday, there's usually just one person, or there's a card on it. Anyway, that's just me. Oh my goodness, look at these watercolor fall flowers. This is one of my favorite ones. You guys know I absolutely love fall patterns. So pretty, so gorgeous. This is one of my favorites. Oh, and I absolutely love how the A5 version has less negative space, or, you know, like this peachy color. I actually was just scrolling down because I wanted to see if you could change the background color, but I absolutely love how it has less of the peachy color around it, because you definitely get more of the florals. They did keep a little bit of this negative space here so that you could have a personalized name without it like getting in the way or anything. Oh my goodness, I love this. There are like a couple of them that I love. So this is, I have to admit, as much as I love the Latinx, or the Hispanic and Latinx month collection, this is a little bit more my style. I like, if I bought one of those, I would certainly use it. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, if I could only buy one cover, like one additional cover this fall, it probably would be from this fall collection, just like personally. That's just a me thing. I know that everybody obviously is going to have a slightly different style, so you can tell me what you think. So that is this one. And then this is another one of my favorites. So pretty. Oh my goodness. So this is the Metallic Autumn Breeze. You guys know how I love my rose gold. I'm a basic bitch that way. Okay, here we go. I wanted to get an A5 and a 7x9. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the teacher lesson planner. Okay, here we go. Come on, Tef, you can do this. How can I not? Okay, it's not that hard, Tef. Seriously? Okay, well, whatever. I cannot find the A5 version of it, but still, absolutely gorgeous. You guys know I love rose gold, which is very ironic because usually I'm not an orange person, and rose gold is like a mix between pink and orange, but I still love it. I do like all the pinks in here. I like the blues. It just like breaks it up enough. I love how we have the leaves in foil up here, and then down here we have them kind of as negatives against the pattern. It just adds so much to it. Oh, Ackman, you're saying go down one more. I don't know what you're talking. No, it doesn't matter. There's not going to be a huge difference in this. But yes, this, oh, so pretty. I know it's not officially autumn or fall until like, what is it, mid-end September. I think it's around like September 20-ish that we actually go and go from summer to fall. But because in my area, school does start right after Labor Day, which is at the very beginning of September. In my mind, the beginning of September is the beginning of fall, even that's not actually how it goes. But that's when, like, to me, it starts feeling like fall. So it's September 1st. Also, I hope you guys are having a great day going back to Hogwarts. Or you're like not too disappointed that you didn't get your letter. I know like Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling is like this huge iffy topic right now, and I really don't want to get into that because Harry Potter as a world, as a work, is just so much fun. And while it is not one of the books from my childhood that I personally go back and read all the time, like some of the other ones, I might have to, because at least like the first couple, because I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that just real fast because it popped into my head. Yay. And then next we have some more slightly Halloween-y ones. I mean, pumpkins aren't really Halloween. They are definitely more fall, but I feel like it is more, in my brain, pumpkins are a little bit more Halloween that translates into the rest of fall. In some ways, maybe I am splitting hairs here, but yeah, that is how it works in my little brain. I think this is so fun though with the ombre pumpkins. Yeah, I usually don't, I feel like I'm in the minority when I say this, but Halloween is, I like the idea of Halloween in a lot of ways, but is in practice not one of my favorite holidays. So I often don't go for like a lot of the Halloween aesthetic sort of things, but something more like this that, like, because it has pumpkins in my brain, it says Halloween, but because pumpkins and gourds and whatnot are, you know, around all fall and whatnot, I don't know. It's just fun. And Ackman, thank you. Very good point. Erin Condren comes out with a pumpkin cover every year. Sharon, Halloween equals candy equals chocolate equals awesome. Okay, I will give you that one. I will give you that one. Though as an adult, I typically, okay, so we don't, first off, we don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters here. I say we as in me and the cats because it's pretty much just us. But anyway, because a few years ago we got, I think it was 2 trick-or-treaters. I like dressed up and everything. I was like that adult who like dressed up and I like camped near the door watching something, like waiting for the trick-or-treaters so I could like come to the door in my costume. I got 2 trick-or-treaters. 2 trick-or-treaters that year. So ever since then, we turn our lights off, or I turn the lights off and pretend I'm not home on Halloween. And I'm lame and don't have a social life apparently because I never got invited to parties. But that's okay because I'm usually not like a big party person. I'm like an introvert. I'm big on like the small groups of people, or like just hanging out with one friend. It actually has caused some problems in the past though, because I thought I was hanging out with a guy as a friend and they thought we were dating. And I didn't, in my brain, because we didn't say we were dating, we weren't. And in his brain, because we didn't say we weren't dating, we were. It was weird. Anyway, that is completely neither here nor there. But interestingly enough, the last Halloween party I had was at the house he was living at. He did have several roommates, so it wasn't just him. But anyway. I got distracted, but Sharon, you kind of brought me back. So you're saying not getting trick-or-treaters is a great reason to buy candy because, darn it, you'll have a lot left over. So what I was going to say is I don't buy Halloween candy leading up to Halloween because I don't get trick-or-treaters. I wait until the day after Halloween where I can get a discount. So, yeah. Plus, November 1st starts National Novel Writing Month, which I probably shouldn't participate in this year because I've only finished it once, even though I've attempted to participate like 5 or 6 times. And most of the time I never get anywhere near done. But if you are participating in National Novel Writing Month, discounted Halloween candy is a great writing snack. Just to let you know. Yeah. Ackman, you have a friend that claims that he buys candy that he does not like, so we will not be tempted to eat it. See, with my whole no trick-or-treaters thing, that would just backfire because then how would I get rid of the candy? I don't know. I'd rather make myself brownies or pumpkin bread or something. Okay, I still have a Trader Joe's pumpkin bread mix in my pantry from last year. I need to eat it immediately. Pumpkin bread is so good though. Actually, will say, as much as I love pumpkin bread in general, Trader Joe's is a little bit too much spice for me. I like slightly less spicy pumpkin breads. But that's me. Okay. Moving on again, because again, there's so much to talk about, and this one, I knew this one was coming up because I looked at this real fast before I did the stream. But Halloween, yay! And I actually really do like this, the way they did this one. Like, this is a Halloween cover I would use, even if I'm more likely to choose the fall or the pumpkin cover over something like this that is very much like spooky and whatnot. But, yeah, I do like this as far as Halloween covers go. Sharon, you didn't order it, you can't do spiders. Me and spiders, for the most part, like, as long as they do not put their webs in a place where I'm going to walk through them, and they mostly stay out of sight, or at least stay, like, over there, where, like, I can see them, but they're not near me, we can get along. If they try to climb on me, or, like, crawl on my bed while I'm there, which a little tiny spider tried to do last night, no, bro. Nope, can't do that. Then I start getting freaked out. But yeah, anyway, that is me and spiders. But to some extent, I kind of had to get over spiders when I was probably like a preteen or something like that. Anyway, I went to a summer camp, and we were sleeping in platform tents. And I woke up early one morning before everyone else, and there was a spider above me, but because it was at summer camp at the beach, it was like really cold. So my choices were get out of bed, get out of my sleeping bag with it being like super cold and potentially wake people up, which I was like too, not shy, but like I didn't want to do that, or just kind of stew in my dislike of having a big spider right over my head. I mean, it was probably like, I don't know. I'm doing this and I'm like off the screen. I'm like, I don't know. It was like maybe 3 or 4 feet away from me. Like it wasn't pleasant, but it also wasn't a big deal. And that's where I kind of came up with my like, okay, you stay over there. I'll stay over here. We will agree to coexist and not bother each other. Yeah, that's my thought about spiders. And with something like this, I can like detach the fact that spiders are a real animal from the cover, if that makes sense. I know it doesn't completely make sense, but in my brain it does. So, yeah. I do like the ombre in the background, though. That is very pretty. I like the way they've done that. Oh, I didn't see this one. Cats. Okay. See, here's the thing. Because it's all orange, and it's like just orange and black and yellow, and like there isn't anything to offset the orange. I'm like, I understand it's a Halloween color, but even though it's cats, not my favorite. That's sad. Oh, you can customize it. Okay, let's go customize it. Let's change it to something not orange. Ironically enough, my my college colors were orange and black. So yeah. Okay. No, I don't want to. There we go. Ooh, that's cute. And then they all remain yellow. Oh my God, so cute. I love this. Let's turn the background like blue or purple. I think that'd be so pretty. Do you like that? I love it. Okay. I love it. Love the cats. It's a little Opie cover. Oh, good. I just realized I like said it. Luckily, she doesn't respond to Opie as much. Like, she probably knows I'm talking about her, but that's more of like my adorable nickname, not the like, I actually want you thing that I call. Oh, that's pretty. And the pattern color, I'm assuming, is going to be like the color of the cats. Ooh, so we could do something like, no, not that. Maybe more like that. That's as close as I can get to a Coco cover. Ackman, you're right. I want a cover after I've stated that I rarely change covers. Here's the thing. I want it. I probably won't actually end up buying it. I like to drool over it. I want the drooling over it experience. I do not want the actual purchasing and getting it experience. Oh, so pretty. That's interesting. Light gray. It's like mostly translucent. Huh. I do not understand how this pattern color thing works. That's kind of cool. Oh, I pressed gold and they're green? That's weird. I wonder what will happen if I choose the same color for both. Huh, it's a little darker. Cute. I chose peach and it's like not peach at all. They must have like some sort of internal thing that says you can only change it to certain colors. I don't even know. See? It does not make logical sense to me. But I do actually kind of like the black. If I was going to buy a cover, I would I would seriously consider getting it. Ooh, I kind of like the red. But I think I like the, what is it, burgundy, garnet? No, that's the garnet. Wait, no, what did I choose? Oh, that one. It's wine. That's what I had. Yes. If I was going to get it, I think this is what I would get. But I'm probably like 99. I was going to say 99.9, but let's just say 99% not going to buy it. I'll leave a percent chance. The other thing is, because I'm stingy and I don't like to pay for shipping, when I do put in Erin Condren orders, I like to put them in so they get to the free shipping threshold. And while, like, if I could just get this for like $8 or, you know, whatever they sell it for, like if I had an Erin Condren store that like personalized covers close by, maybe I'd go for it. But since I would have to pay shipping to get it shipped to me if I didn't buy a whole bunch of other stuff, and I don't have it in the budget currently to buy a whole bunch of other stuff, I'll probably hold off. And by the time I do my next Erin Condren order, it probably won't be Halloween again, or anymore. And because it's not one of my favorite holidays, I typically, I don't think I would want to buy something and save it for next year, if that makes sense. Again, also don't change covers. Okay, this is the cutest ghost planner cover ever. That just, like, that's just adorable. Oh, and you can change the colors on this one too. Ackman, you're saying there is one item that Teth will be doing over that is available now. Are you talking about the laptop stand? Because there is some desk organization stuff that is coming up. We just, because we're going from the top of the page down, we have not gotten to it yet. But I think that might be next, because now we're into like the green wedding shoes stuff, which is gorgeous. I am not currently getting married, and I have not gotten married, so I'm just not as interested. Like, I like the green wedding shoes stuff, like, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't usually appeal to me. Okay, never mind. That's gorgeous. Ugh. Here I go, like, immediately contradicting myself. Oddly enough, as someone who says, like, oh, I'm not super interested in weddings, I've been watching a lot of Say Yes to the Dress on YouTube lately. So watch me just be like, I was going to say a walking contradiction, but more of like a hypocrite might be better to say. I don't know. Okay. So usually I'm not hugely into like the note card personalized stationery that Erin Condren has for a lot of their designs, but I have to say, like for this one and the green wedding shoe stuff, it makes more sense than for a lot of the other note cards. But I'm also a millennial who doesn't actually send stuff like physical mail a lot unless I must. I would like to be that person that sends people like birthday and holiday cards, but I am not currently that person. We shall see. Maybe someday I shall be that girl. Not currently. Okay, so custom blanket Sherpa throws. I have 2 of these. They are very cozy. And this one, like, how pretty is that? But I am still salty that they don't have the bigger size anymore, because I like really big blankets, and they used to have an option to like upgrade. I think it was like $85 for a bigger size. Yes, it is very expensive. The reason why I have 2 is because they messed up my first one, so they had to send me a replacement. But I will say they are quite cozy, and I've been wanting to get another blanket for a while now from Erin Condren, one of their Sherpa throws. Then if they still had the big size, it would be very hard to like not do it. But they don't. These are all print on demand though. I'm like 99.9% sure. And I forget which one it is. But I think I actually found the print on demand company that they work with. For anybody who's not familiar what print on demand is in this particular context, is they're companies that, I mean, it makes sense that they print stuff on demand, but the context I know them from is a lot of sellers on Etsy will create a design or artwork or something like that, and then instead of putting them on like, you know, a shirt or a notebook or something like that themselves, they'll commission one of these print on demand companies to print it on whatever the item is. So, you know, you have blankets, t-shirts, phone cases, bags, like there's so many different things that you can put these designs on. So a lot of times you'll hear people referring to them as like production partners, and Erin Condren does say that like these Sherpa throws ship from like a different warehouse. I think it's in Georgia, if I'm remembering correctly. But when I was helping one of my Etsy clients, since I do a little bit of Etsy coaching, find new print-on-demand companies, I'm pretty sure I found this exact item in what kind of, hey, Opie, down. We'll grab you another spring. I'm pretty sure I found that exact mock-up on the website. And I'm pretty sure that company still offers the big version. So I could always buy it directly from them. It would not be an Erin Condren pattern, but I could create my own pattern and buy it directly from them. And, you know, with these sorts of companies, they're not the kind of thing where you have to order a bunch of them. You can order just one at a time. So yeah, they're very handy for artists who, you know, sell on Etsy and whatnot. I don't currently use them, but I have debated adding like notebooks to my Etsy shop, since I do sell planner stickers. And if I were to add notebooks at some point in time, I would create the like cover design, and then I would send them to a print-on-demand company to print and send to the customer. But at this point in time, I'm not doing that. Okay, so home office organization. This was the other thing I was super excited about. I've been talking about this stupid laptop stand for like months because we got it as part of the back to school preview. So I told you guys I had a little story or something I wanted to tell you about, but I'd wait until we got to that. I forget if I said it was about the home and office organization or not, but that's what it was about. So a few days ago, do you guys remember how on my community tab on YouTube, I'm like, I just filled out the September Erin Condren like PR box application, and I really hope I get it, you know, get it, but I'm not allowed to say what it is. This is what it is. And I don't know if I just mixed up the release date, which is entirely possible, or if they changed it. And I'm actually like literally in the email right now checking. Yeah. It says under embargo until September 6th, but it's on the website, Erin Condren, so I'm pretty sure the embargo's over. But yes, I do not know if I'm going to be getting any of this stuff for review purposes yet, but I so hope that I get chosen, because I would love to try out this laptop stand or even the black pinstripe version. But oh my God, look at these little caddies. These are so cute. And usually this would not be the kind of thing I go for. I will completely admit it. But I legitimately have like a little Dollar Tree basket that I have put handles on so that I can bring stuff in and outside. So, cause I like to go out and sit on the porch at my like little table in the morning and drink my coffee and sometimes play video games. This would be so much more perfect. And sometimes I even bring my laptop there and do some work. I'm like really excited when it stops being so hot during the day, so I won't have to like go inside just because it's getting too warm for me. It's also going to pose a little bit of a problem because currently the way my laptop charger is set up is like wired through everything at my desk. And so I'm going to have to untangle it. But that's okay. I will deal with that logistic. I absolutely love being outside. It's so funny. I was like, as a kid, I liked camping and hiking and stuff like that. I was never like a super outdoorsy person, but I liked the outdoors, if that makes sense. And then as an adult, like into teenager and adult, like I've been like very much an inside person. But lately I've just like wanted to like go outside. Anyway, this caddy would be so perfect for that. And as much like, I kind of wish the options were not in balloon or mid-century circles, given I'd take both. Okay. If I get chosen for the PR, I'd be happy with either of them. But given the choice, I'd rather In Bloom because the more neutral colors go with my mostly lack of a color scheme / half of my furniture is black apartment. And the other part of my furniture just isn't super bright. So, so cute. So with this caddy, we have some pouches on the outside. It looks like we have enough room to put, a planner in there, like on its end, as well as some smaller notebooks, pens. We have a little zipper pouch there. Pouch for pens. Oh my goodness. I love that. I'm so bad at using different colored pens. I love pens, but I'm so bad at using them, and being able to put some in there and then like bring them outside to like use them. I would actually get so much use out of that. Zipper pouch, they're showing that, and they have this little front pouch. Another view. So cute. All right, I'm going to go back and look at the comments. Ackman, you're saying for some reason that weekly desktop whiteboard with storage in black is getting you thinking maybe you'll wait for a good sale. Ackman, you purchased a diaper caddy that looks like that one on Amazon for $28. Interesting. I mean, to some extent, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's how it was originally designed. Now I want to look on Amazon for a diaper caddy. Ackman, it almost looks exactly the same as the one you bought. That one is gray on the outside and turquoise on the inside. Well, now we're going to have to go to Amazon. Here you go, like messing up my joy at this little planner caddy. Let's see. All right, so I just did an Amazon search for diaper caddy. Let's go ahead and pull this down here into the actual screen share. I mean, those look kind of similar. I mean, to some extent, there's only so much you can do with a diaper caddy, but let's just scroll down. That one looks even more similar. It doesn't have the side pouches. Yeah, that one, it's not like quite the same as far as like the detailing on the side. But yeah, I would not be surprised if that one has that little thing on the side, which is kind of similar. That even has the same side zipper. I think we might have found a dupe. I mean, not in the cute Erin Condren colors, but I think we may have found a dupe. Let's see, what colors does this come in? So we can get all gray, gray and teal, or gray and pink. I mean, gray isn't as fun as pattern, but I shall take it. Sharon, you have several Everything Mary craft totes. Yeah, I probably, oh, whoa, how did they get that at only $10? That's crazy. I didn't even think of grabbing a diaper caddy and using it for other stuff, though. That's like kind of, I should have thought of that sooner. That one's decently similar, not an exact dupe. Okay, well, I still want the In Bloom caddy. It's still prettier than any of these diaper caddies, even if they're very similar. I have to say, though, it might bug me a little bit until I find one that's like as close to an exact dupe as possible, just because I'm weird like that. I have suspected for a while, though, that at least a handful of the Erin Condren items are like they effectively find a producer that looks very similar. I mean, it's the gray again. They basically find a producer in China that makes whatever it is, and then they have them print like their Erin Condren designs on them. part of me has actually been kind of curious and wanting to like search AliExpress to see what similar things I could find. Would that be kind of an interesting stream to do sometime, to like see if we could find some very similar things? Obviously not with the Erin Condren patterns, but just kind of explore that a little bit. Could be fun. But Sharon, you like that idea? Okay, well that might have to be an upcoming one. That would be like a very good, like, I have nothing else to do, like there's nothing time sensitive today and I can just kind of like pull it out of my back pocket whenever I want. This is so cute. I love this. I've talked about this a few times, but I'm like in the process of trying to declutter / organize my place. And one of the big things that I want to do first with that is my desk, because I spend so much time at my desk between, you know, streaming and running my own business and all the other things. But part of it is me thinking like, how can I actually effectively set up my desk so that it is as usable as possible? Also having ADHD, I get distracted by things very easily, and people with ADHD tend to be a lot more sensitive to things that are boring, or to like slight things that are uncomfortable or I already said boring and things like, anyway. So there's like so much that has to go into a desk for me to like make it engaging and want to be there, even if I do love desks and I love, you know, stationery and whatnot. Like that's just one of those things. But I love this idea of having like a little whiteboard with the storage underneath. I think this would be really great. A great way for me to keep things very close at hand, but also kind of tucked away. And it looks like you can fit a good amount of stuff in there. Now that I'm thinking about it though, where would I put that on my desk? I don't know. I'd almost prefer to have a blank whiteboard if I'm like really thinking about it. I'm sure I would come up with a way to use like the day, like the week thing, but that's a lot of what I do with my planner. This could be great for like appointments, actually. That way I can like really quickly get a visual idea of what my appointments are for the day without having to open my planner or look at my planner and then keep the planner for a little bit more like to-dos and things like that. I don't know. I think this would be very cool. I'm also like holding out hope that I will get chosen for this collaboration. I will be able to actually review these things. Is that also like a little place for a pen? I think it is. I'm not sure if it's big enough for me to like get my finger in to get the pen out though. So that might be kind of awkward. Ackman, you'd like it more if it did not have the day of the week and the lines, but then it would not be a weekly one anymore. I mean, that's kind of what I said. And yes, good point. You know for a fact that yours would not look that neat inside. I am sure mine would not look that neat inside for very long either. The only way I've managed to keep my desk as organized as it currently is, and I actually, believe it or not, have managed to keep it fairly organized for about a year without having to do too much cleanup. Like the top needs to be cleaned up, but like inside, I only have a couple of drawers that have turned into like, I don't want to say junk drawers, like dump drawers. But it's clear organizers. Oh man, those things are amazing. You know, like this sort of thing. I have bigger ones. This just happened to be the easiest one to grab out. These happen to be my little freebies for Etsy purchases. But yeah, it has made a world of difference. And the two drawers that turn into a mess are the two that I do not have organizers in. One because it's too shallow, and one because it's way too deep to really make appropriate use of them. It's supposed to be a file cabinet or file drawer, but I suck at keeping files, and so I like don't need the whole thing for files. Probably should, but anyway, I have my files in the back, and then towards the front is just kind of like a dump area, which like it has some random stuff. It's like it has technical stuff. I have like a couple of like roller thingies. This actually isn't the one I like to use, but I can't find the one that's the right size. The one I like to use is like this long. But I use this to laminate my die cut stickers and like make sure the laminate is on there. I have a foil quill that I bought on clearance at Joann's and never opened. I have a lint roller. I also have a lint roller on my desk. I probably don't need 2 lint rollers at my desk. And I have a mouse, like a computer mouse, not the ones that squeak. I haven't used this in over a year, but I have it. Anyway, that's that drawer. And then the other drawer I can't really get to very easily during the stream because I have to like scoot back. It's right here, but it's the one that I keep my rulers in, and then I have my scale in there, and then other than that, it's mostly just a mess. Because again, it's too shallow for those little acrylic desk organizer thingies. So yeah, but I like the clear acrylic because it makes it very easy to like see into the next one, except you're looking at it from the top. I don't know. I just, for this particular purpose, like the clear acrylic. I'm very picky about clear containers because in some situations I do not want to see the jumbled mess inside. But when it's in a drawer, it's very handy to see like through the dividers, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Ackman, it looks like that's a space for it to fold up, not a pen tray. Looks like we were seeing the black pen inside of it. Yeah, that is true. See, that's what I thought at first, but it doesn't feel like that goes down far enough. We'll see. I mean, if I don't get a preview copy of this, I'm sure somebody else will, and I'll be able to ask them. But yeah. And then we have this laptop stand. That's the thing that I've been saying, like, I want this forever. It's $26. I feel like that is appropriate. I also like that it is the kind of thing that I could probably easily use with my tablet because I have one of the cases for my iPad that does the foldy-backy thing, but it doesn't work for like all orientations and all angles, and sometimes having different angles is very handy. If I do want to attempt to draw on it, I would like to get to a point where I can draw, where I feel like I can draw decently, but I'm like weird about angles that I have this thing at, and then I'm also dealing with some carpal tunnel, so it makes holding pencils and pens for a long period of time not hurt, but it makes my fingers go numb. Really should probably see a doctor about that. But yeah, I would also use that for streams. Like, I seriously want this so bad. So I don't know, I think I've told you guys this. So I have this lap desk that I have under my computer a lot of times on streams. And there's nothing wrong with the lap desk. However, the issue is that it has a wrist rest, which is actually very nice and very comfortable. But because it is fabric, the cats like to knead on it and tear it apart. And once I figured out that they were doing that, I started putting it in a closet, basically when I wasn't streaming, so that they couldn't get at it. So something like this, because it doesn't have fabric on it, there is, Opie, stop that. There is the downside because it doesn't have that wrist rest, that there's nowhere for me to rest my wrists if I wanted to do that, so I'd have to like buy something separate. But it also means the cats cannot tear it apart. This is the kind of thing you think about when you have cats. For instance, if I had like my real desk chair here, which I don't right now, but if I did, I have to fix it. I'm hoping I can fix it because I really don't want to buy another one. Not that I spent much for that one. I got it on Nextdoor for like 20 bucks. But anyway, I saran wrap my desk chairs and then I put a blanket on top. So like the blanket I often have in back of me, like it doubles as like a cute little thing, like, but it's actually to cover up the saran wrap of my desk chair. So anyway, this would be so utterly functional for me. I think the pink is so cute. But then when I saw this, I should start opening this shit in new tabs. When I saw that they're also going to have it in a black pinstripe version, I'm like, okay, like everything else in my apartment is like, most things are black. And this, as much as I love the pink, would go with my decor so much better. though you'd mostly see the white. Part of the, I don't have anything inherently against white, in case anybody's curious. However, I hate cleaning. I have this issue with cleaning. I have ADHD, and cleaning is hard for me. And white tends to show dirt faster. So I don't like cleaning, hate cleaning. I really love having things clean. So black makes things feel clean a little bit longer after I clean it, if that makes sense. Plus, it's very easy to stain white things. So I stay away from white furniture and whatnot for the most part. It's a shame though, because I love the look at white. And I know that's not like white, that's off-white, but still. I also am not as much of a fan of the pinstripes as I am of, you know, in this case, usually I'm not as much of a fan of the mid-century circles, but between mid-century circles and pinstripes, I think I prefer mid-century circles. So, whoops, wrong tab. Okay. I think I'm really hoping they send this to me. Like, this is one of the big reasons I applied for this particular thing, because usually what they do is they send a newsletter for the month, and then they say, these are the upcoming, you know, collaborations, PR boxes you can apply for. And when you go to apply, you can say, I want to apply for this one, or I want to apply for all of them. And usually there's at least one that I don't want. So I will say, I don't, you know, I'll choose one. But this one, like a lot of them, I'm like, oh, that would be so awesome to show people. This is like one of those things that I'm like, dude, guys, if you send this to me, I will literally use this for every one of my streams and it will be linked in my description. So excited. Hopefully I get it. If not, I'll buy it. I'm also very interested in those these eco-friendly, focused, colorful fine liners. I find it very interesting. I know that the eco-friendly collection is part of the Focus collection, but you usually don't see a lot of colors in the Focus collection. So while I know why it's in there, it feels like it is very oxymoronic. So it looks like it is a set of 10, and not all of these are bright colors, but they are fairly bright. Now, I was literally going to say, I'm curious what makes these eco-friendly, but then I was reading the details or skimming the details. Eco-conscious barrel made of 70% recycled plastics, stand-up, reusable case, fine with the metal-clad tip for precision, water-based ink, colors violet, orchid, lilac, peach, mustard, gray, cornflower. Yay. I like corn. Okay, cornflower blue is not my favorite color, but when I was like 11 and trying to teach myself HTML, so typically when you do like colors of things in HTML, they have like their hex codes, right? There's another version of it where you can put in like the name of a color, and cornflower was like the first one I used for a lot of things, and I just liked it. So whenever I see the cornflower blue, I'm like, oh, cornflower. Anyway, sky blue jade, black, imported. Let's see, writes with smooth, colorful, premium fine liner pens. They have an ultra fine tip, make them perfect for color coding. Includes 10. Okay, I mean, I was hoping we could get more information in there, not just like the marketing description. Not that marketing descriptions are bad, but you know. Okay, so these are like the super fine tip pens. I love fine tip pens. You guys know me. I'm not a fan of the medium tip pens. I definitely like my pens fine tip. So these are like definitely like the little tiny fine tip pens. I love that. And then this case, I'm pretty sure this style of case has come with other Erin Condren pens. I don't remember which ones, but my guess is they said, you know, make the case, like they use the same mold, or like, I don't know if it's a proprietary Erin Condren mold or anyway, but they use the same mold, but then use the 70% recycled plastic. I'd be curious to see if people notice not any differences per se. Yeah, I guess kind of, because I mean, you know, as Ahmed has mentioned, Erin Condren has a lot of pens, many of which you own. So as part of this eco-friendly line, I'm curious to see if people notice like somehow a quality difference between these and the other ones. It would also be cool if Erin Condren, like as part of an eco-friendly line, or just the main line, but it would be kind of an eco-friendly thing, would release pens with metal barrels. I know that they do have like a nice pen that they release every year with their new themes, but something like this where you have many different colors with metal barrels, because metal can be, I believe, infinitely reused, whereas plastic, you can only recycle it so many times. Ahmed, thank you. It looks like the colorful fine liner pens 10-pack. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yes. Okay. I just like, yes. So there are a couple of differences. The eco-friendly version does not have a see-through bit. It has the color, whereas with these, it is a translucent plastic, so you can see the inkwell. But you're right, it is pretty much the same tip and the same box design. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So the big difference is it does not have the mid-century circles design on it, and they're made with 70% recycled plastic. Let's just double check to make sure these don't say like 70% recycled plastic or something like that. Slightly different colors too. Yeah, not 70%, not the recycled plastic. So yeah, that's interesting. Now we have our desk pads. I don't personally use desk pads right now. I have in the past, but at the moment I typically do not use desk pads. But oh, I love the way this one is put together though. Like just, it's, how do I say this? It looks elegant, I guess. And I like the way that it has like the little monthly to-do list and the thing to, you know, write stuff down. Very cool. So let's take a look at the other ones. Again, we've been going for an hour and a half, so I'm not going to spend super long on everything. Not that I am usually very good at not talking forever, but you know. Okay, so you have a productivity desk pad. It looks like we have a couple of different color options. So we have weekly goals, top priorities. Can't quite read that. This one. Oh, habits. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have a to-do list and then a big place to write. And then we also have a version that it looks like you can choose your color or you can go with their signature color combo. So here is their mock. It's not really a spread, but you get the idea. And then here's them showing that it's a tear-off desk pad. So this is the next one to look at. Where's my mouse? There we go. Okay, keep it simple desk pad. So this one, it looks like you can put a personalization up here. And it looks like you can put your own headings. We have lines, blank one, to-do list, and then you also have a little box for every day of the week. And it looks like the color blends has a different color blends for every day. That is very pretty. Ahmed, you'd keep track of your bad habits more than the good ones. I mean, you could. That vision board. I have been wanting to do some vision boarding. That could be interesting. Okay, this could be a good desk pad for me. Because I really do like the color blends. And then it has a couple of prompts, what the vision needs, how to bring this vision to life, next steps. Okay, I could see myself using, I was going to say I could see, okay, I started to say I could see myself using this desk pad. I would like to, I'm not sure how to say that. It's like the idealized version of myself. Like, I feel like this would be cool. I've never done a vision board is the thing. So I keep being like, oh, I want to do a vision board for this. And like, not sure like where to do it. Like, do I want to do it digitally? Do I want to do it physically? Do I want to do it on Pinterest? Do I want to make a collage? Do I want to like do all the things? I don't know. So this would be kind of cool. And I do like the idea that it like could be on the desk, or it could be this thing that I could like then hang on the wall, or I could hang the whole thing on the wall, even though it's supposed to be a desk pad, but whatever. Actually, probably what I'd do if it fit in the wall organization center that Erin Condren sent me a while back, I'd probably put it there on the wall. Just because I can't really show you easily, but the wall organization center that I got when they did send it to me for PR, and it's nothing wrong with the system itself. Do they even have this system anymore? I actually think it's very nice and it's very high quality. I love the way the whiteboard like slides out, but I personally chose to get the one that is a monthly calendar. And I've just found over the time that I don't use that as much. I would prefer something that is a little bit more blank. So it wouldn't be a big deal to cover it up. Plus, it's kind of easily accessible. I'm like looking over there because that's where it is. I don't know what year it is, but I have not updated the dates for a long time. But it does say the Grand Master Plan at the top, so that at least makes me happy. Maybe I need to start using that as like a content calendar or something. I don't know. I think I've told you guys like multiple times, probably in this stream, that I am kind of trying to reevaluate my business and everything from the ground up. And so maybe using that in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I am still like right at the beginning of that. Sharon, have a good evening. I probably won't be here too much longer anyway. Between running out of steam myself, and I'm pretty sure we're almost at the end of the new stuff. I think we're just about done, but I hope you have a good night and take care. Oh, this one's a teacher one. That is cool. And what I really like about this is that you can personalize it with your own text, because a lot of people have said that they really like the way that the teacher lesson planner is set up, but they wish they didn't have to have a whole planner that is very teacher centric, because they don't want to use it specifically for school things. They want to use it for different areas of their life or their family or things like that. And it looks like this all can be customized. Maybe this bit that says subject can't. Let's take a look at that. But if like I could customize everything else and all I had to do is like cover the subject bit, that wouldn't be as big of a deal. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It looks like it does have to say subject, but I just want to like put in, I don't know, some random stuff. Okay, and it looks like you have to fill in maybe at least one, but you don't have to fill in everything? Oh, and because I put subject 1, it doesn't seem to have put it in there. This is a testy. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so it's not refreshing. Maybe I would have to fill in all of these to have them go in there, and I can't change the thing that says subject, but you can change what it says at the top. So, for example, this would be so great for a family because, like if you had to keep track of what everyone was doing, you could put the family name at the top or whatever. And then each of these has like a different family name in it. And then you have like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like all that good stuff. Or you could do it for, as I said, like different parts of your life. So you could do like, home, work, reading. If that's something you want to do every day, you could kind of, in some ways, use it as a habit tracker, but also just like track different parts of your life. I love this. I wish that you could change the thing that says subject so that it would be a little bit more not specific school, but other than that, so pretty, and it looks like it's kaleidoscopy. Maybe it's not new. I mean, it says new arrival, but as we know, Erin Condren uses that a little bit loosely. And I said we were just about done. It looks like we are. I am just going to scroll real fast to see if there's anything else that comes up that we haven't seen. Ooh, these are pretty. I mean, we already looked at them, so. Green wedding shoes, we kind of already scrolled through that. Custom bags and totes. Interesting that these are all sold out. I wonder if they are actually selling that well, or if they just did a very small run to begin with. It could really be either. Interesting. Routine building. I think a lot of this stuff, have we gone through that before, the routine building stuff? That might be good to put in another stream, especially if I don't have a lot of stuff to talk about, just because I could still talk for a while, but I'm kind of starting to run out of steam, and you guys know that while I definitely can stream longer when I'm starting to personally run out of steam, I don't like to do that, because then the rest of the evening I'm literally like overstimulated, and I'm like, sometimes I get a headache, sometimes I don't, but I just like, I need to do nothing, and I would like to be able to do things this evening. This is the school stuff, which we kind of, like, not even kind of, which we have already looked at. Interesting that the rainbow ink gel pen is out of stock. Again, I wonder if they just did a small run of it, or if it was that popular. So, yeah. I think we have already looked at all this stuff. I mean, we've gone so far down the news page, and I think we've already looked at the stuff that is actually new. But there was so much to go over today, guys. I am so happy we got to look at everything and drool at everything, and I will keep you updated on if I am chosen for the desk accessories PR box, because not only would I have a use for a lot of the stuff, like specific use. A lot of times I see the PR boxes and I'm like, oh, I would love to try that. I would love to try that, but I don't necessarily have a specific use in mind. This one, I'm like, I have a specific use. Anyway, I would love to be able to review those items for you guys. So I will let you know if I do have that opportunity to get the PR box. If not, I probably will wait a little bit longer before placing an order. But as I mentioned, there are at least one or two things that I would be getting when I do place my next Erin Condren order from that collection. So yes, very, very exciting stuff. I do want to just remind you guys before I go that at some point in the very near future, I will be redoing my stream schedule in some way, shape, or form. At this point in time, I don't think I will be changing the time of day that I'm streaming, and I will either be streaming Mondays or Thursdays, at least temporarily, one day a week. I just feel like while I'm kind of doing, while I am trying to kind of like refigure out everything to do with my business, with YouTube is like kind of tangentially a part of in like a lot of ways. I don't know. Sometimes streaming twice a week can get a little overwhelming. Some weeks it's so much fun. So it really just depends on the week. And I want to make sure that I am not, I want to make sure that I'm still having fun with YouTube, because YouTube, while I started streaming because I find it fun. I mean, I do have affiliate links. There are ways that I do make a little bit of income from YouTube, but I'm not making very much income at all from affiliate links and things like that. I'm not monetized. By the way, if you are part of the replay crew and you got this far, thank you so much, because right now what I do need to be monetized is more watch time. And for some stupid reason, live views do not count for watch time. Why did you do this, YouTube? I do not know. I do not know. But that's how it is. So I am at, 3.7K hours currently, and I need 4K. So I am like inching closer. But it probably will not happen super soon. And so we shall see how that goes. But it would be cool to, you know, I would like to do something with memberships and stuff like that. I'm thinking maybe like somehow rolling it into my sticker subscription, where at different tiers, maybe you like get a sheet or a kit of stickers or some functional stickers every month. I have not figured it out because YouTube fees are significantly higher than on the other platform I do sticker subscription stuff on. So I'd want to make sure it is fair for everybody, that I'm making enough so I'm not losing money, but so that you guys aren't charged like ridiculous amounts. So I'll figure that out, but it would be very cool to get monetization back. So if you're watching the replay, thank you. You're helping me out. If you're here live, no worries. I mean, we're having a ton of fun, and you guys are helping with the content by chatting with me. So no hard feelings if you're not watching the replay and you're here live. Don't feel like you have to go back and watch. But I do like to give a special thank you to the replay crew, because I know with me, a lot of times I end up watching replays of live streams and not being there live. And I feel like in a lot of ways I'm like missing out just because I'm not there to participate live. And sometimes I kind of care and sometimes I don't. So I just want to let the replay crew know that, like, hey, even though you guys couldn't make it live, you guys actually are helping me out so much. And I really do appreciate it. Just another reminder for you guys, if you do want to participate in the if you want to get something as part of the Erin Condren BOGO sale or anything else on the Erin Condren website and would like to support this channel, I do have affiliate links down below, as well as a $10 off coupon for your first order on erinCondren.com. So if you've never made an erinCondren.com order from your email address, definitely go and check that out, because that helps me and it helps you. And it's a great thing. I also have a planner sticker shop. I'm currently doing a 15% off sale on the planner sticker shop, but there's also a coupon code down there that gets my YouTube peeps 15% off every day. So the sale is kind of all it means is you don't have to put in a coupon code. So all the plugs out of the way. Thank you guys for being here so much. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of the day, evening, night, whatever. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.